And a great spot to start this drive from here. The first carry now. This is Lacey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. The one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, Lacey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. I can't imagine we'd see another throw here. 3rd and goal from the 1. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. They'll try and run forward with Lacey. And he will get in to make it 8-0. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run,
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. He's got it, so they take just the one here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 58 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So they're going to go for 2. Here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 9 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I know everyone wants that prototypical wide receiver, you know, the 6'3", 200-plus pound guy.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit, but how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations, and we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll hand it off. Lacey. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball to the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Well on now to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. From the shotgun, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacy. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the...
There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run forward with Lacy. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, with the breather, shift gears to the NFL coaching news that certainly everyone was talking about this week. New York Giants parting ways, Charles, with Ben McAdoo.
And that's the first time that the Giants organization has made a move during the season since 1976, when they relieved Bill Arnsparger of his duties as the head coach. They also told the general manager his services were no longer needed. So they're going to clean house and start fresh again in 2018. What a tough way to go for the New York Giants.
It's been an interesting year for them. It's just a franchise, obviously, with so much pride in their history. We'll see if they can turn it around. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. After the interception, here's Wilson. This one complete to Lacy. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Over the middle, complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Touch 50, touch 50.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. His throw caught at about the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They start the second half with Lacy. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Again, it's Lacy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The busy night continues for Lacey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now a 20th carry of the game for Lacey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. On third and goal, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They go play action here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 61 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Boswell on now to kick this one away. short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They begin the drive with Lacey. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
And his throw here is incomplete. On that incompletion, gives us a chance to sneak in. A little bit of an oddity last week. You hear all the talk of East Coast bias in the media. Well, there was some West Coast bias in Week 13. All 5 West Coast teams were winners.
The first time that that's happened since 1976. And think about what these wins meant, too. The Rams leading the NFC West. The Chargers tied for the AFC West along with the Raiders, who also won. San Francisco won their second game, but both over brand-name teams. They beat the Giants and they beat the Bears. And the Seattle Seahawks, still lurking out there, they're also in contention for the NFC West crown.
Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a handoff. Here's Lacey. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. And the Steelers set to take the field.
Hurry up, let's go! Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Michael Wilhoit not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On third down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Lacey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Easy. 230. 50. 180. Middle. Here we go. 180.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Steelers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 2. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. Oh, I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He'll look to throw. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jaron Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And his kick is in deep.